The Crypt of Nights presents Superman Behind the S. The full breakdown of every cameo and Easter egg in James Gunn's Superman, as told by the Cryptkeeper.
Well, hello, my Crypt Creepers. Welcome back to the Crypt of Nights. I'm your host, the one, the only Cryptkeeper. Today, we're digging 6 feet deep into every Easter egg, cameo, and comic book nod in James Gunn's Superman. And folks, it's huge, believe me. 1. Bradley Cooper has a cameo in the new Superman movie as Jor-El, Superman's father from Krypton. Director James Gunn, who previously worked with Cooper on the Guardians of the Galaxy films, asked him to do the role as a favor. Cooper's Jor-El appears in a holographic message alongside Lara Lovan, played by Angela Sarafian, a nod to the Jor-El's posthumous messages in Superman lore, but with a twist. Second Fortress of Solitude robots. We've got robots, folks. Talking, floating, serving robots. It's like Siri with super strength. Voiced by James Gunn's BFFs, Alan Tudyk, Bradley Cooper, Michael Rooker, and Pom Klementieff. They're loyal, they're weird, and they keep the fortress running better than Trump's White House? 3. Michael Rosenbaum cameo. Michael Rosenbaum, the real Lex Luthor, if you ask fans, voices one of Lex's elite Raptor guards. And guess what? The new Lex actor, Nicholas Hoult, called him for advice. That's called respecting greatness, folks. 4. Krypto and Supergirl's drunken entrance. Millie Alcock flies in hammered, like Kryptonian wasted. You can't get drunk under a yellow sun, boring, but she just came from a red sun planet. Red sun equals margaritas. And guess what else? Krypto's not Superman's dog, he's just babysitting him. 5. Supergirl's future film setup. She crashes the party, takes the dog, wears the jacket, and steals the show. And it's all set up for her solo movie coming next year. It's directed by the guy from I, Tonya, and it has Lobo, played by Jason Momoa. Aquaman no more. 6. Sean Gunn, as Maxwell Lord, James Gunn's brother, total nepo baby, shows up as Maxwell Lord. You remember him from Wonder Woman 1984, where he was played by Pedro Pascal. Now he's recast, probably cheaper, and he funds the Justice Gang, a bunch of superpowered weirdos. 7. The Justice Gang debuts. We've got a Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, played by Nathan Fillion. Cocky, loud, terrible hair. Hawkgirl's here, so is Mr. Terrific. This is your starter pack Justice League. Call it the Justice Gang. Bootleg, but bold. 8. Peacemaker cameo. John Cena returns. Nobody expected this, not even the leakers. John Cena shows up on TV in costume talking about Superman. Right in the middle of the film. Folks, Peacemaker Season 2 is coming in hot, and this cameo seals it. 9. Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr. Frank Grillo plays Rick Flag Sr. His son, if you remember, was murdered by Peacemaker in The Suicide Squad. Daddy's not happy, and he's also the leader of the Creature Commandos. This guy is everywhere, multitasking like a pro. 10. Ultraman, the clone Superman. Ultraman is not the leader of the crime syndicate from Earth 2, not Cavill, not Tom Welling. It's a clone of Clark made from his own DNA by Lex. Talk about identity theft. Looks like Abercrombie Superman. 0 lines. Gets yeeted into a black hole. He'll be back. Clones always come back. 11. Perry White's Don't Call Me Chief. Perry White tells Jimmy Olsen, "Don't call me Chief." Classic line, all the way back to the comics, the TV show from the 1950s, and even the Christopher Reeve movies. That's what we call legacy writing. 12th, hypnoglasses. Theory. Why doesn't anyone realize Clark is Superman? Because of hypnoglasses, folks. Yes, glasses that literally mess with your brain so you don't recognize him. So next time you say it's unbelievable, think again. Science. 13. All-Star Superman influence. This movie drinks straight from the All-Star Superman juice bar. Robots, clones, moon landings, giant monsters, pocket universes, existential questions, bright colors. It's the comic brought to life. Not gritty, not grim, just fun. 14. Direct panel recreation. Superman and Krypto on the moon. Mid-credits? Superman and Krypto on the moon looking over Earth. It's literally a panel from All-Star Superman. Shot for shot. Art imitating art. Gorgeous. 15th post-credit scene with Mr. Terrific. Final stinger? Superman and Mr. Terrific debating the fallout of the final fight. Quick quips, but it shows us. These characters are sticking around. This is a connected universe, folks. It's all one sandbox. And it's beautiful. 18. Miss Teschmacher. Jimmy Olsen. Hilarious, loyal, and he's everywhere in this movie. The fans love him, the critics love him, and yes, the ladies love him, especially Lex's girlfriend. Yes, that is Miss Eve Teschmacher, played by Sarah Sampaio, but older fans might remember Valerie Perrine's portrayal in the 1978 film. 19th, Cosmic Hammer. If you look closely, you'll notice a hammer and anvil next to Krypto's plates. Anyone who's read All-Star Superman might remember that Big Blue used the cosmic anvil, also known as Solar Hammer, to forge miniature suns to feed the baby Sun Eater he keeps as a pet in the Fortress of Solitude. And if they're next to Krypto's bowl, that means Krypto has been eating miniature suns. 20. Bizarro. Okay, here's the big one. Ultraman is not the leader of the crime syndicate from Earth 2 because he's not really Ultraman or the Hammer of Baravia. He's a failed clone of Superman created by Lex Luthor. He is sent to a different dimension through a black hole, and you can clearly see a whole bunch of square planets, like the Bizarro World Hate Tray from the comics. James Gunn's Superman is stuffed, with deep cuts, callbacks, and cameos. If you didn't read the comics or see the old movies, half of it flies right over your head. But for us, who are really punk rock, well, we found some. Let us know in the comments of the ones we missed. This one's we caught in just our first watch. And now I return to the crypt until Supergirl drops. Remember, it is better to be dead and cool than alive and uncool. Stay cool, stay weird, and stay super, and keep watching the Crypt of Nights.
Watching the Crypt of Nights.
What are you doing? Why do you look like Henry Cavill in the David Corns wetsuit?